Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, or salam, namaskar to everybody, whichever part of the world you are. I'm Ashok Garlapati. Welcome you on behalf of J&A Bharat HSE Foundation and J&A Global HSE Foundation for this exclusive brainstorming workshop on give back while moving forward. So this is a brainstorming session with the subject matter experts. We have about 30 registrations for today. From different parts of the world. So we will be continuing to move forward slowly. The brainstorming session will be starting after the brief introduction about these foundations and what we are doing. So basically, we would like to give a little protocols for this virtual calls or virtual webinar, we can say. So kindly mute your microphone and raise the hand whenever you want to speak. Better if you can switch off your camera so that the connectivity will be good. Of course, you can open whenever you want to speak. And we have a chat box in the thing, so you can always post queries, comments, and suggestions. And this meeting is being recorded for our future reference. Kindly register your name, company, designation, phone, email ID, as well as, because this is going to be the subject matter expertise session, whatever trainings you can offer in the field of HSE, your subject matter expertise, that also you can mention so that we know you better, we understand better. Of course, generally we have the ceremony group photo at the end of the things. And we also posted the J&A WhatsApp group link in the chat box. So kindly click that and you can join the WhatsApp group automatically. Of course, today's session is the discussions based on the WhatsApp group. So many things, so many requests have come that we would like to support the foundation or would like to support the fraternity through our trainings and subsidized programs. So that's why we are conducting this particular session. So, and we have a two-part agenda for today. The part one will be the introductions. Basically, we'll be talking about the what is this foundation, because this foundation is something new for this part of the world. I know that there is a ASSP Foundation, BCSP Foundation in US, and but when we started this almost a year back, people were really asking what exactly is this foundation. So we would like to brief about this foundation. What are the salient programs we have it? So those things we'll be briefing on the part one. In the part two, exclusively for the today's session, basically on the expression of interest form, which we have developed, we'll be briefing on that. Then we would like to listen from everybody that how can we give it back? The title of the session is Give Back Ideas, so we'll be talking about that. So with that, let's continue with the part one of the agenda. Today's our program starts with the welcome address by our founding trustee, Mr. Jitu Patel. I'm sure everyone in the call must be knowing about Mr. Jitu Patel. He worked in Saudi Aramco for more than 2 decades. Of course, he has got almost 5+ decades of experience in the health, safety, environment field. And you can see after 5+ decades, 4 decades are with the ASSP. He recently got this appreciation from ASSP, which is American Society of Safety Professionals. Those days, it used to be called as a ASSE, American Society of Safety Engineers. He is the one almost 4 decades back in 1980s who brought the ASSE outside US. In 1981-82, he started the first chapter outside international chapter in Saudi Aramco. He has been recognized as a father of safety and fellow of ASSP, and so many awards and accreditations he has got it. And we have been knowing each other for almost 2 decades, and we always think, how can we give it back? I'm going to tell you what are the things we have given back to the community and how we are giving back to the community through these foundations. We are going to tell you. But before that, I would like to invite Mr. Jitu Patel, the fellow trustee of these foundations, to welcome you all. So Jitu.
Thank you, Ashok ji. You put me on top of the Mount Everest. Respected and distinguished Some of you may be corporate dignitaries, academics, educators like Professor Ramanam, and well-accomplished health, safety, environment professional specialists, consultants, auditors, trainers, and leaders. On behalf of both J&A Bharat and J&A Global HSE Foundations governance and its two founding trustees, Ashok and myself, a very warm welcome to you all. Before I introduce Ashok ji formally, I'm sure he would join me in extending our collective and sincerest appreciation for joining our WhatsApp group by many of you. From your interaction for the last few weeks, you have demonstrated how active and how knowledgeable you all are, backed up with vast industry experience, and how well accomplished you all are. This was apparent to Ashok and myself, but hats off to our very dear friend and colleague for last many years, Mr. Madhu Garuji, who is instrumental in initiating this brainstorming meeting. He will share his thoughts shortly, but before that, let me introduce Ashok ji. Everyone knows by now who Ashok ji is, Mr. Ashok Garlapati, for his remarkable contributions to health, safety, environment profession, and for developing countless number of HSE professionals globally. He is the current Vice President of BCSP, which stands for Board of Certified Safety Professionals, and I'm extremely proud to share that effective from January 1st, 2024, that means only 8 or 9 months now left, he will be presiding the BCSP as its president. In 2020, he was honored with the highest fellow honor offered by ASSP. Ashok ji also is a fellow of Ayush. I request you to present an overview of the J&A Bharat and J&A Global HSE Foundation. Ashok ji, may I request before that, everyone present on the brainstorming meeting, which you already have put it in a chat box, to introduce himself or herself, if there is any lady, to join us by identifying themselves in the chat box with their name, affiliation, position, telephone number, and email contact that we can connect you with, and the areas of interest, please. Ashok ji, please, floor is yours now.
Thank you, Mr. Jitu, and appreciate your brief intro about the foundation as well as by myself. As I was telling that we had about 30 registrations today. As per the research, if it is 30 to 40% of the people attending any webinar, that's a grand success. Today we are almost 21, which indicates about 70% of the people are registrations have been participating, though that gives a good participation and good interest. We are going to have a good brainstorming session on the particular topic today we have chosen. As I was telling that we just want to give a brief about 8 to 10 minutes of intro about these foundations, what exactly we do it, how this platform we have established will help us to reach or support the community itself. So over a period of almost 9 decades of together experience, we are in the HSE field, as we have been referring to the ASSP and BCSP again and again. Through these organizations, we have done almost, we have supported the HSE Fraternity in different parts of the world. The blue flags, which you are seeing on the screen, those are the areas we have contributed. And we wanted to give back to India because there are so many industrial accidents are happening in India, as you see from the ILO, which is International Labour Organization statistics. And there are reported industrial deaths in 2020 during the COVID time. So we just were thinking, how can we give back? We always claim that we have 9 decades of experience and that and this, but how can we give it back? How can we establish a platform to do more and more? Because there are so many experienced professionals who wants to give it back to the community, but they don't find the proper platform or something like that. That's what we wanted to do it. We wanted to establish a platform where we can support the HSE fraternity, the industry, and everybody in together. In fact, there are national policies are existing in India, and every policy, everything is it's always encouraging the foundations or the professional organizations like ASSP to support the community. So we just wanted to use this particular feature of this policy. As per the national policy, the government of India engages and encourages with several national, international organizations in the field of coordination, collaboration, education awareness, technical standards, and all those things. So there only we wanted to support, and we established this particular foundation, J&A Bharat HSE Foundation, on March 2022, basically to support the state governments, to support the industries, to work in collaboration with the existing organizations like IOSH in India, we have it, British Safety Council in India, we have it, we have a National Safety Council, we have it. And everybody is already there in the thing. And why we are different, what we want to do in differently. So what we want to highlight here is that all these professional organizations are the membership-oriented organizations, and we wanted to be something different than that, because we already exposed to the Western part of the world how these professional organizations have established another branch of their organization called the foundations. So we wanted to fill that gap, HSE Foundation. Through that foundation, we wanted to provide the scholarship, we wanted to provide the professional development opportunities. So there only our objectives and other things have started from there. So we started the virtual launching, in fact, on 25th March 2022. We are today almost 10th. So within 15 days, we'll be completing 1 year of our existence. So Professor Venki from IIT Gandhinagar was the chief guest on 25th March 2022. We started the organization, as I was telling, that it is not a membership organization, purely a charity-oriented organization. We'll be collaborating with the professional organizations, we'll be collaborating with the corporate organizations, we'll be collaborating with the academic institutions, where Professor Ramana is making a big bridging between us and the academic institutions, and as well as the individuals and philanthropists and NGOs. So that's what we wanted to do it. We established a mission, vision, and all those things. And objectives have been established. We have a resolution referring to all the vision, mission, and objectives. We have a registrations in the state governments in Telangana, Hyderabad, with respect to the trustees registration. And our objective is the same thing: advancing the profession, occupational safety and health, to support and promote the organization, to inspire the leaders, to provide education and development opportunities, recognize individuals, to get affiliated with any university, institutions, or local state government bodies, and to work in line with the similar objectives, the foundations having the similar objectives. Like we have an MOU with the Safety Engineers Association, where Mr. Ram Prasad is our functional committee chair. He made a big impact on that. And currently we are, of course, as I was telling, that we are registered in Hyderabad, and we have all the government regulations. We have 3 programs currently under our foundation. One is a professional development grant program. Another one is a foundation's industrial accident victim family support grant. Basically, what I was telling, that there are so many industrial accidents are happening. People are getting killed on the job, but most of the time, because of the insurance may be there for support, but most of the time their families are neglected in the informal sector. We wanted to support in that area. So that's also one of the things. And we already launched this particular program called J&A Keval Shanti Scholarship Program on 27th August 2022. As I was telling that we have established a platform, but we want the people to come forward and support the people through this platform. Dr. Dhruti Thakkar from New Jersey, she came forward and she started or she sponsored this particular program, which you are seeing on the screen. It is called the Keval Shanti. Her both grandfather's name. She started this foundation, this scholarship program. We completed 2022 scholarships already with the support of the Professor Ramana for the students of the NICMAR, as well as the Connect IT, as well as the Industrial Institute of Advanced Safety Management students have been recognized under this particular Keval Shanti program. The certificates have been distributed. The funding, the scholarship amount also has been given to the winners also, though that has been done for the 2022. We are going to have a 2023 program shortly as well. So again, the foundation is established, but we also invite the contributions to work on its objectives and in line with the goals. And we have the website as well, J&A Bharat HSE Foundation contribution form is there. We also have the expression of interest. It's not only the financial support, you can share the knowledge, you can share your time. So many things are there to support our foundation. You can use this particular expression of interest form to support the foundation. We have the founding trustees and governance body and the functional committee chairs, and systems are established over a period of last 1 year, and people have been doing a lot of programs. I'm going to briefly talk about that. And what exactly one new thing we have done is that because of the several rules and regulations, the foreign funding to the India has been undergoing several restrictions, registrations required, other things. So what we have done is we have established another foundation in US-based Global HSE Foundation, through Mr. Rixio, is our past president of ASSP. And why we have started this? Briefly, Mr. Jitu Patel will briefly talk about that. So Jitu?
Basically, we experienced difficulties. There were a lot of philanthropists willing to support the program, saying this is a very noble cause, and people who leave for large number of years in the United States, they came forth, and I run here in Arizona a seniors group of Indian origin who are well-accomplished people, right up to vice president of Ford Motors, oncologists, you name it. And they all came forward saying, we want to be part of this, we want to be, and then some of them started even making remittances. Their remittances were stopped in Delhi by State Bank of India, and quite rightly so, that Indian government have experienced a lot of abuse of the funds coming from foreign countries, and that's where we started to suffer. So without going into much detail, we were advised by some good well-wishers saying that they also experienced the similar difficulties, and what they did, they founded their own foundations in the United States with a very openness, letting the local government, the IRS, which is the Internal Revenue Services, that they wanted to help either in medicine or medical related things, or hospitals, or HIV patients suffering, and so on and so forth. So on a humanitarian grounds, they established the foundation here in the United States, and from one foundation in the US, the other foundation in India, they are able to remit the funds, but they have to undergo certain procedures and a requirement of both the governments, and it takes time. But at least to overcome those difficulties, we established these. But we also thought, both Ashok and I, as trustees, why not also we extend the program for benefit of people living in the United States or any other countries who may also have similar things that there may be some young people want to pursue their dream in health, safety, environment field, but their parental income or their other situation may not allow them. That's where we could also help them. So it is a win-win situation. We could, down the line in 3-4 years time, when we meet with the requirements of Indian government, we can help Indian young HSE students and other professionals, but also in the meantime, we can also do the same globally if we have a good support. So that was the reason why we established the Global HSE Foundation right here, and it is started it. And as you mentioned, Ashokji, this Keval Shanti scholarship program, with the help of our Professor Ramana, is now really not only appreciated by young students, but also faculty and institutions and everywhere. So that gave inspiration to the Global HSE Foundation to recognize, as far as the recognition and motivation is concerned, we have also started the program called Academic Achievement Award. So if there are students in universities within United States or anywhere else in the world globally, and also community colleges offering similar HSE programs, we would like to know them, who is the best, and we would like to recognize them, these students, so that the others get motivated. And again, we have established the criteria that the parental income is low parental income, and also maintaining good academic achievement. And those will be the people who will be qualifying to apply for it. So I think enough is said on this, and thank you, Ashokji. I'll give you back the platform.
Thank you, Gutsab. And as I was telling that it's not only the financial support, the knowledge transfer also is one of the key objectives of our foundation. So we do the monthly knowledge transfer sessions. So every month we have the knowledge sessions related to the HSE topic. And let me mute Mr. Narayanan, Amruta. Another, yeah. Can you kindly mute yourself? Yeah. So so we do a lot of yes. So we do a lot of knowledge transfer sessions on monthly basis. In fact, we have one session coming up on 22nd March related to the process safety management. We have one session coming up in April related to the human factor from Saudi Arabia, subject matter expert. And we have another session coming up in May on the topic of the ESG, environmental and social governance. So many sessions we are lining up. Again, these are the knowledge transfer sessions. We are doing virtual sessions. And today we are going to have a exclusive brainstorming session from all the participants today. And before we start the floor for the brainstorming, of course, we already got a lot of information in the chat box about you. But if you are not at, posted your, shared your experience, your name and designation and the contact details and the HSE trainings which you can deliver, kindly do so in the chat box so that we can have a better interaction in 5 minutes or now.
Thank you, Ashokji, for highlighting the foundation's objectives. And I only would like to reiterate or stress a point that both the foundations, J&A Bharat and Global Foundations, are charity organizations. They are established to enhance the value of the HSE profession and to help fulfill the dreams of deserving individuals to becoming fine HSE professionals and leaders like you all are, who in turn would make a safe nation and extend humanity globally to protect people, property, and environment. At this stage, as I mentioned earlier, during welcoming you all, we would like to invite Mr. Madhu Bura Garuji, who is the chair of community and corporate engagement of both the foundations, to share his observations and thoughts for the foundation to move forward with the support of you all as experts. Madhuji, please share your comments.
Thank you, Jitubhai. Yeah, it's 1 year we have started this J&A Bharat and moving ahead with so much of knowledge transfer sessions. I felt that, with so many professionals in the country and abroad who are members and who are supporting our cause, we should start utilizing their experience and knowledge. So with this, apart from the regular monthly knowledge sharing sessions, I feel that we should have a data bank with all the professionals. And secondly, we should also utilize that data bank to share the knowledge to the industry or to the students so that they will be again benefited. We can also utilize all the services for conducting various types of audits professionally and trying to help even the governments also. The fourth point was I was also thinking that there are so many fire officers coming out from Nagpur Fire Service College. There, safety. See, they may be very good in fighting fire, but safety in general has to be also taught to save themselves first and then the property. So, so many accidents are occurring. So these sort of things, if done, will be really good. So apart from these things, we can also start working with various colleges by giving small training programs for the students so that they develop interest towards the EHS, and then maybe they become the future safety officers for the industry also, or get into whatever profession it is. Then as we discuss, definitely I think we can interact and we'll go ahead. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Madhuji. Obviously, this is an excellent thought process through which we could address the foundation's objectives of enhancing the profession and develop our professionals. This has added advantage of generating revenue, which is a win-win situation with a built-in incentive for the trainers or the experts or subject matter experts, and the revenue sharing is of great value to the foundation for benefit of the needy ones to fulfill their dreams and extend humanity to the on-job accident or incident victim's family. Ashok ji, would you be kind to share the intended professional development program that we have in mind as guided by our Madhuji to put in place with the support of all these subject matter experts present right now with us on this meeting, and there are some who probably will be able to listen to this recorded version of our brainstorming set. Ashok ji, please.
Thank you, Jitsav, and appreciate Madhubura Garuji for igniting us with this idea. I know we have about 21 people. I'm sure together our experience must be 300 plus years experience who are attending now. But we have a lot of database who are having experience in several lines. So we wanted to have a sort of a uniform collection of the data. So we developed a expression of interest form, we call it. So basically, it is a simple expression of interest form. Let me. If anybody is interested to, come to us and do some program on the foundation, we can always this is the foundation. We can. Yes, I put in the PDF now so you can see better. So Basically, we are looking for the trainer information, the name, address, the country, as well as the mobile, email ID, qualifications, including the HSE certifications, how many years of experience you have it, how many certifications you have it, and what are the training programs you can deliver. The title of the program, for example, Mr. Lakshmi Narayana came forward with the program called the CPR. So, CPR program, number of hours, what are the learning objectives of this program, what is the mode of deliveries. Most of the time, it will be virtual or it is a physical, going to the college, like our Madhuburaji said, going to the school, or how much you are in a price per delegate, So again, these are the subsidized program. We have so much of experience, and we would like to give it back to the society and community. So all the prices will be much lower. That's what our expectations. That's what our first instruction says. The trainer agrees to provide the trainings on a highly subsidized rate basis for the benefit of HSE fraternity in line with the J&A objectives. And J&A Foundation would facilitate the needed resources for delivery of online training and support, like the Zoom call, or you need to have a paid version so we can establish that support. We will also issue the certificate for the successful participation, of course, as per the trainer's evaluation, and that will be given. And the fees collected from these subsidized training programs will be shared by the trainer as well as by the students or the trainee who is participating. He will get the benefit of a highly subsidized rate, and whatever is remain will go to the foundation's cost, basically foundation's account, we can say. And in case of any either of the party wishes to postpone the proposal, or sometimes there will be a lot of conflicting with the schedules, may require about 2 months notice. And in addition, Madhu Buraji said that a lot of colleges and schools are trying to educate or ignite the students' minds with respect to the HSSE, health, safety, and environment. And we can do under the platform, under the foundation's platform, we can support such awareness programs. If somebody wants to go to the school and do some session, we can support as a foundation, because it is in line with the objectives. It is not only the foundation is providing the financial support or anything. We can go ahead with the jointly with the corporates under the corporate CSR programs, as well as the ESG programs with the philanthropies. And the trainer himself, he will come, and he needs a platform, so we can provide that platform if he is not if he is interested to conduct such a program. So this is basically a expression of interest form which we are going to put on our website as well. So that's what we wanted to highlight here. Again, this is just we have provided some sort of a platform for today's discussion. So I'm going to unscreen my presentation. We will have a good discussion among ourselves. So please raise your hand. So if you have any clarifications or anything, you can open your microphone and share your ideas. Today's topic is brainstorming session on the give back ideas. How can we give back to the society and community? And that's what we are trying to do today through this session. So with that, I would like to invite everybody for the discussion. And in case if you are unable to talk because of the microphone or anything, you can also post your comments in the chat box as well. So let me go back to the chat box and see who are the people posted the thing. So, and yeah, so yes, go ahead. It's
I just wanted to add that in line with what Madhu Buraji has recommended, and you just shared with everybody here, earlier, before I got ready, I was actually looking at this WhatsApp group thing, and I received one short clip, which I will share with everybody in our WhatsApp group. That Prime Minister, Mr. Modi ji, also made a speech only yesterday on emergency preparedness that industries in all industry, whether it is hotel, hospital, chemical, petrochemical, and so many others, really need to focus on doing something very vital that is necessary to be prepared for any kind of fire and safety kind of emergency. I only listened to him for very briefly, and it was just like a top-notch safety professional talking. That's the presentation Prime Minister made, and I would be happy to share with you all. And I'm so proud that Matul Buraji, you recommended that we take this initiative to come up with some good platform of training our people, younger generation, not only just the younger generation, but also talk to the industries and their management. And old fashioned thinking should change. In other words, the behavior needs to change to think about how important safety is. And that's where all of you who have a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience can make a lot of contributions to uplift these standards as well as save incidents and accidents happening and injuries thereby, and we protect our people, property, and environment. Thank you, Ashokji. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Minute, Mr.
Funny.
Ashok.
Yeah.
1 minute, sir. Adding to what Jitibai was saying, very recently I had some interactive sessions with the Andhra Pradesh police at Visakhapatnam, and we had given them, training on CPR, and the second one was for drowning, because so many visitors, tourists are coming into the city, and many accidents occurring in the sea. And not only that, due to summer coming up, the heat wave, how to tackle it and how to safeguard themselves. So while all this is happening, what I also felt was, there is a reason that we should also simultaneously develop, community corps, so that, if we do that, the image of J&A will also go up, and we'll be doing some real service to the society.
Wonderful.
So that thereby we can definitely help the citizens, and at the same time our propaganda also goes and the awareness builds up. Thank you.
Good idea.
Madhugaru, fantastic. Sorry, I just kept quite so long. But this point, what Madhugaru said is awesome, because I've been talking to Madhugaru on offline. Fantastic. We have been talking a lot of things about it, but I think J&A should support what Madhugaru has suggested.
Excellent.
Hats off to Madhugaru.
Thank you, RPG.
Thank you, RPG.
I made a note of that particular point as well.
No, very important point he has made, because as I said, offline we have been talking about it, and Madhugaru is also the president of Rotary.
Yeah.
He has met the Commissioner of Police in Visakhapatnam. Lot of discussion happened. We are talking about it offline.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So let's go back to our hands. Some of hands have raised here. We'll start with Mr. Yugandhar Funny. Go ahead, Mr. Funny.
Hello, good evening, all.
No, Yugandhar, 1 minute. 1 minute, Yugandhar, I have to introduce you. Yugandhar is the admin of another group where we are all AIM, safety expert. He also provides support and employment to a lot of people. The group is so large, they offer employments focused on safety, HSE, and the line related to us.
Excellent.
Over to you, Yugandhar.
Very nice. Please introduce your organization as well, Yugandhar ji. Yes.
Thank you, Ji. And it's really nice to, meet with you all here on this platform. I'm really glad I'm here. I would be able to speak a few words regarding this. But before that, I would like to introduce, I've started Center for Health, Safety and Environment as the main vision of this organization is to spread safety awareness.
Very good.
So
Absolutely.
that was the prime motto of why we started this organization, and we started this in 2016. And we had lots of turbulence in running our organization, but we are still maintaining the same system, and we are following the same standards that we follow.
Excellent.
And whatever services we are providing, we are trying to provide the best.
Good.
So
Good.
in this time, what we have gained is we have tried to provide employment, like Ram Prasad has already introduced. But because of COVID, we had to cut down of what we are doing. So right now we are not doing any more recruitments and all. But we are still there providing safety awareness to whomever we can provide.
Excellent.
And I mentor a lot of students. I do provide trainings. Whoever needs information, they come to me, they ask me, and whatever I can provide to them, I'll provide in the best way I can do. So this part of my life that I've been doing, I don't charge anyone for this, but yeah. So this is what I have been doing for the past like 6 years.
Oh, very good.
Okay. Incidentally, interruption.
Yeah.
Ugandar is in the group AIM, where they provide employment opportunities people related to HSE and safety, which the group that is handled most of it in North India. But Ugandar being the admin, he is able to coordinate this, which is something I think we have to support.
Ram Prasad ji, I see the comment from our functional committee chair, Mr. Bala, that MOU with such organizations and you being the partnership chair.
Yes, I have to do it. Understood.
We can have a separate
That's
call
why I
with
brought
Mr.
Ugandar
Ugandar.
into a meeting today.
Exactly. So, Mr. Ugandar, and we'll have like we have with Safety Engineers Association, we can have with Mr. Ugandar's organization. We will know better about his organization, what are the synergies we can have it. Go ahead, Ugandar ji. A lot of distractions, but go ahead, continue, please. Yeah.
No issue. So, I mean, what I would like to point to what we are doing is one achievement that I could say is we have started a PG diploma program, which is named PG Diploma in Occupational Health, Safety and Environment, which is recognized by BCSP.
Oh, very good.
And when they have started this TSP program, I would like to say that we are the first amongst all the world to get this TSP recognition. Excellent. By which safety professional can become CSPs. So that is what we have been doing.
Very good.
And apart from that, yes, we have been doing plenty much of trainings. But now when we are coming to the vision statement of what J&A are doing, so what I would like to update is recently the AACTE has introduced a separate course for all the BTech students. They have introduced as an elective. They have introduced as an elective for the BTech students that will come in 3rd semester of their program.
Very good.
So few colleges which have who have this understanding about safety, they have forced the students to elect this program.
Okay.
So that is named as disaster management and industrial safety. These are the few topics which come in the 3rd semester.
Okay.
So if we can manage engineering students to take up this particular elective, and if we can provide them with the awareness, then it will be of great help. Because why my focus is with the upcoming engineers, because they are the future.
Yeah.
Certainly all the engineers are going to the industries, and if we take previous history, like 10 years before, even I didn't know about safety being an engineer. Only when I choose safety field, then I understood the depth of what is safety.
Okay.
So if we can nurture these young engineers, not just safety, then we can have better safety awareness and we can change the upcoming generations. So that is what I feel a lot.
That's very nice to know, Mr. Fani ji. I think our RP, Mr. Ram Prasad ji, we will be in touch with you to have a separate call on this on these lines where we can synergize our efforts. We always say thinking globally, acting locally. So you are already acting locally, and we would like to have a synergy with you and how we can work together. So that's very interesting to know about your organization. Sure, we'll be having a separate call with you on this particular. Yes. So
may I add, Ashok?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Madhu and I have been interacting with Ugandar for 3-4 years now. We believe that he is doing a fantastic job on that, on safety HSE. Also believe, as you rightly pointed out, that we need to have a separate discussion
Yeah.
on how to encourage him and take it forward. I believe the way that group is functioning, AIM, not only is training sessions, also employment opportunities.
Very good. Very good.
There is something that we could look forward. We already have our own, support,
Okay.
education, fees, etc.
Very good. Very
I
good.
think something we will have to connect with Ugandar on the
Yes.
agreement, MOU.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
Over to you all.
Thank you. In fact, Mr. Bala is our awards and honors chair. He says that I would like to bring AIM on board with us. That would be great opportunity for us to deliver further. Excellent, Bala.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic,
Yes.
fantastic.
Yes.
Ugandar, we
Yeah.
have to now move this forward, Ugandar.
Okay.
Sure, definitely,
Sure.
definitely. We can
Okay.
work on this.
Okay,
And
fine.
Yeah.
this is one where this idea works from the root,
Yeah.
nurturing young professionals from engineering spot.
Excellent.
And
Excellent.
the second thing is from industrial perspective. In industrial perspective also, most of the people, when we come to trainings, they don't really understand the importance of why trainings are required and what quality trainings we have to provide. Only a perfect professional can give that thing. Like
Right.
what NSC has been doing, even we can do as part of a foundation activity,
Excellent.
where we can really provide training at a very low cost, which can be very effective. But I mean, we'll just make sure to spread awareness. So this is one thing we can work on again. So
Yeah.
one is the root level, second thing is at the industrial level.
Excellent. Yes, yes. In fact, I was talking the same thing. Yeah. So kindly join in our WhatsApp group also, whoever is not yet joined. So share such ideas. So let's continue with Professor Ramana, who raised the hand in second. Please go ahead, Professor Ramana ji.
I am now unmuted. Am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. We can hear you. Yeah, yeah.
Do you want my video to be
Why not?
unmuted?
Why not? You show it. Everybody will see you. Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Sorry, last time I had some technical issues with my system. I think this time it is clear.
It is perfect.
Okay.
Your video is crystal clear, sir. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Now, in fact, Yugandhar Fani and I teach also safety for the certificate program by the State Board of Technical Education and Training in National Academy of Construction. That's the way I am connected with Mr. Fani. Okay, that is the first introduction.
Excellent.
Then today we had.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. We also have one Dr. Lakshmi Narayana, who is a medical doctor and also has a certification by the American Heart Institute.
Okay.
And we want to do a number of programs in CPR and as well as first aid.
Okay.
In the recent time, I think I shared with Ashok ji and others also that we had one incident in Hyderabad very recently, where a person was had a cardiac arrest and he could be saved by a constable who had a formal training in CPR and very confident in doing the CPR. The film also I had shared with you.
Correct.
With the confidence he has really rescued his life. So what is important now that even the police department in Telangana government has realized that they should provide the CPR and first aid training across all the ranks in the police. Yeah. So here we have this importance, I'm connecting it to one organization with whom I teach at the university, Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Fine Arts and Architecture. They conduct programs. They have got about half a dozen colleges which teaches MArch in construction management. If you see the syllabus of the construction management, you have construction skill workshop. In that, very clearly it is mentioned that all the students should undergo a training with a body and get a certificate. They have to produce the certificate. So with that idea, what we have done recently, me with Mr. Lakshminarayana, we have done this for one college which is affiliate to JNFAU, and it was a very successful program, and the student wanted this training to be extended to all across all the MR programs. I think that was the very good, good initiative which I took. And when I did this, I was just getting, why not we have also an MOU signed with the university, so that, all the MR, I wanted to spend some time with the Vice Chancellor of JNFAU, and she's a lady, and impress upon that all these colleges where they are having the MR construction management must be covered with this formal training. Okay.
Yeah.
You can. So this is one area which I thought I should
Work on it.
because later on we can also have the views of Dr. Lakshminarayana.
Yes.
Then we have this NAC. NAC is also having, like what Yugandhar just mentioned. As far as the safety training is concerned in NAC, all the safety training, we can sign an MOU, it should be subcontracted to a body like ours. They can always draw the pool of expertise. I myself, Faninder, we are there in Hyderabad. Like that, there are so many people, and we'll have to now, through this expression of interest, is a very good idea.
Yeah.
We have to capture a lot of interested people, and then we should make out, and so that this initiative of signing or getting contact with the bodies like National Academy of Construction, and talking to the Director General of NAC, so that he gets, they are doing a lot of program. In that, safety is one program. They are trying to make it compulsory. So they should only think about getting this training done by us, so that there is a revenue generation and sharing of revenue also will take place. And last time when I went to NICMA to give the award, I was asking them that for the safety students with whom they are contacting the programs in CPR and first aid, they said they are doing it with St. John's Ambulance. Then when I told that we are having a very good doctor certified by American, he said we don't mind doing with anybody. That's not a thing. But we want to do it. We will be ready to sign an MOU even with J&A Bharat HSE Foundation.
Very
so
good.
These are a few examples. After we spoke last time, after my going to give the certificate awards, scholarship award, wherever I am going, see, one duty is to deliver the certificate. Another is also to how to make relationship with them and how to take this relationship forward. That was one thing, good opportunity I had. Okay, this is from my part, sir.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much, Professor Ramanaji. And of course, we will have a discussion with Lakshminarayan Garu also. So before that, we would like to listen from Lakshminarayan Garu how the CPR trainings he is being doing and how we can support through the foundation. Yes, go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Ramana, for that introduction. This is the first time that I am interacting with this particular group. I have been associated with Mr. Ramana for the last many years.
Oh.
A long time back, I had happened to get acquainted with him when I happened to deliver a lecture at NICMA on construction-related injuries and first aid.
Okay.
That's how we happened to get associated almost about 25 years back. From then on, I have been associated with him off and on. Of late, actually, I have been trained by American Heart Association in CPR and choking, which is called as basic life support. I've also been trained by St. John's Ambulance Association in basic first aid. And I'm also a certified provider in BLS by American AED and CPR Foundation Corporation.
Very good.
So these two certifications I do have. And I am a lead consultant for an organization by name Mercury Medica, based in Hyderabad, which are the leading suppliers of mannequins, AED machines, and first aid kits across India. They are leading manufacturers and distributors.
Very good. Very good.
I'm a lead trainer for them. And as a part of this Mercury Medica, I've been conducting trainings for them for the last 1.5 years or so, more than 1.5 years, across India for their clientele. like for KEC infrastructure, then Apple infrastructure, Apple corporate company, then other companies as well. Then of late, we have been doing trainings for AG and Pratham, which are gas distribution through pipeline. So we have been training, and basically I'm a freelance trainer.
Okay.
And latest training that I have conducted with Mr. Ramana's help and guidance is at for the students of MARC.
Okay.
Construction management is one of the subjects for them. And I had conducted training for the students of MARC from Church of South India Institute of Engineering.
Okay.
Which is based in near Paradise, Secunderabad.
Okay. Okay.
There were about 15 students from the college, and they were trained in construction management related injuries, and CPR and choking. Apart from that, particularly focused on what we call transportation methods of injured patients.
Okay.
People who get injured working on high elevated platforms and scaffolding. Such people tend to fall.
Okay.
Either because of some accidents happen, which cannot be announced, of course. How they happen, we can never predict, but they do happen. And when such accidents happen, people fall from heights and break their neck bone, backbone, or skull injuries, head and neck injuries.
Correct.
And there, the most important aspect is how to transport the victim from the site of the injury to the ambulance and then to the
yes.
So we do it with good, a lot of people do it with good intention. If one maneuver from there which is not proper, then the whole body gets affected, the spine gets affected, and they have to lead a permanently paralyzed life. So though we've done with a good intention, because they are not trained in transporting the victim properly,
exactly. Yes.
So it turns out that the victim gets paralyzed. So such trainings I have been imparting for different clientele. And lastly, of course, I thank Mr. Ramana for having given me this opportunity.
Thank you.
So I think this is what I have to offer. And during the pandemic days, COVID pandemic days, I used to conduct webinars regularly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very nice.
The only thing what I have to submit is I do it on an individual basis.
Okay.
I don't have any registered trust or association.
Yeah.
But I wish to get myself associated with your.
Yes, we have registered and we have such opportunities to do it. Thank you, Lakshnaranji, for sharing your expertise. So much of expertise, as well as already you are doing so many community awareness programs. I found two opportunities we can work together. One is through the knowledge transfer session, which you already talked about, the construction injury victims, how to transport and other things. We can have one session exclusively on that. And we'll be sharing the expression of interest form to all the participants today. And we also would like to know from you other programs which you can deliver also through that particular expression of interest form. Then we can have a continuous discussion on that. I think Jitu Saab would like to say anything on that. I see that.
Ashokji, I would like to, after listening to all these experts and Professor Ramana mentioning about making it mandatory for all the students, I would like to just compliment by saying that I retired about 22 years ago, but before that retirement, 20 plus years I spent with Saudi Aramco, which is the largest oil and gas operation. That is where I had introduced that all employees, regardless of the position, from worker, shop floor employee to CEO of the multi-trillion-dollar asset company, must undergo first aid and CPR training, and every 2 years it needs to be refreshed. And that's the kind of thing that our learned friend Dr. Lakshmi Narayan is offering. We lost former President APJ Abdul Kalam while lecturing, and not a single person who was trained to administer CPR came forth, and the individual died. So that is a shameful situation. that needs to be corrected. And I think with the help of our dynamic people right here, we can bring the change. And I'm just saying that with your support, we as J&A Bharat and Global, we can issue certificates those who undergo successful training of CPR or any other training, and encourage people to attend and encourage them, not only just the employees or the students, but also extend the program to the members of the families, so that there is somebody who is trained to exercise or administer these kind of things. And
thank you.
last sentence is that we would like to hear from the audience, the people who are on the call, for any similar things that can be applicable, the training for process plant safety, contractor safety, construction safety, and so on and so forth. So we can then continue discussion and come up with the program that can be more valuable. Thank you, Ashokji.
Thank you, Jit Saab. And we would like to listen from, yes, go ahead, Professor Ramana.
Ashokji, I just wanted to tell one thing. When we interacted recently, I am been in touch with Lakshmi Narayana for the last maybe 2 decades. The first time when we met was, there was a paper presentation by from the South African country, and 2 professors from their university had come, lead university. And then Lakshmi Narayana, I called him, and that was the first interaction. It was a very fruitful interaction.
Okay.
So they also had a very good impression about our safety knowledge. That was one impressive thing that happened nearly more than 20 years back. Now, when I was talking to him recently, I know that the limitation as an individual you market, but when you go to certain organizations, they say, okay, what is the organization behind you when you want to give us a CPR training? That is what, when that topic came, immediately I thought about J&A, and that is how I started thinking about J&A, and we should do something, because he is such a very dedicated person, Lakshmi Narayana, and we should definitely, this is the time where we can take his services and be benefited from it also.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we'd like to go to Mr. Muralidharan of Energy Management Institute. Before I invite Mr. Muralidhara, I would like to listen from Mr. Fani, who raised the hand. Mr. Fani.
Regarding this first aid training, I have one more suggestion is, if we can make a module. Normally how it works here is, we have inspector of factories who does approve this first aid course for industries. They only accept those certificates.
I see.
So if we can build up a course module and get it certified from inspector of factories, like they will provide us with a GO. If we can do that, and we can resolve a very big problem that is currently present in the industries.
Excellent, sir. That's a good idea, Faniji. And when we have a separate call, you can provide us the path towards that in that direction. So we will look in. We'll work on that direction also. Thank you so much.
Sure.
So let's listen from Mr. Muralidhara. Mr. Madhubura has been inviting him to attend our events. So Mr. Muralidhara is from the energy management. So Mr. Muralidhara, can you unmute and briefly talk about yourself and how we can work together? Mr. Muralidhara is maybe you're not. Go ahead. Yes.
Sir, I am Muralidhara. BK from Bangalore. I am BK Muralidhara from Bangalore, but I don't belong to energy management. I am a Government of India approved safety auditor. Sorry, correction has to be done. And I am a retired senior manager safety from Biocon. Biocon Pharmaceuticals.
Correct.
And I have also served Bangalore City Police Traffic Warden Organization. As you said, that community cop. I retired there recently as Joint Chief Traffic Warden. I have done this service educating on road safety. And as a safety professional, I am doing this safety audits, trainings and mock drills, attending mock drills, training mock drills.
Observer.
Like that, I'm doing that. Not only observer, even prepare them, train them how to do it, how correct them, as you said in state level mock drills also. I correct them what to do, what has to be done.
Excellent.
What went wrong. Like that, I'm doing the service. I'm conducting, I have already, after my retirement also, I have already conducted more than 50 safety audits. And I'm certified IS 14489 certification. I'm doing this educational part also. I will share with you my profile, sir. Whatever is required, I will do that. Okay.
You are having any organization doing or?
Yes, I have registered my own organization, Krishna Safety Consultants. Bangalore.
Yeah. Okay.
Krishna Safety Consultants. Register, nice. GST register. Okay. Excellent. I'm doing that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Muralidhara, and we'll be in touch with you. Of course, we'll be sharing the expression of interest form, how we can work together, and thank you so much on that directions.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
Appreciate it. So we'd like to listen from anyone else who are already on the call. And meeting chart, let me check. Okay, so Jitsa, would you like to have any comments on Mr. Muralidhara's support and how we can work together?
And nothing to add, and really appreciate his forthcoming to support the foundation's aims and goals and objectives. Thank you very much, sir.
We have one Mr. Narayanan from ex-GM and HR safety, 32 years of experience in safety, health and environment. But I'm not sure, he was there on the call, but I'm not sure. Maybe we'll invite him later, but let's listen from Mr. Najas. Go ahead, Najas, from Kuwait, I think, yeah. Najas, you can unmute.
Yeah, is it audible?
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead, Najas, yeah. You're muted again.
Is it okay?
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah. So this is Najas Katekad. I am working with Worli Kuwait right now, and Mr. Chitu Patel is my sponsor, and he only introduced me to the SFP long back. And Mr. Ashok sir is also well known to me. Personally meeting, we are okay. And coming to my background, I did my BTech in Safety and Fire Engineering from CUSAT in 2007 pass-out batch. And after that, I worked with the construction company and government petrochemical company. Then worked in Petrofac, data consulting engineer, and L&T hydrocarbon. Currently with the Worli. And in between, I worked as a freelance Nebos tutor and trainer for some time based in India. And I was always keep me updated on higher studies or anything. So I did my BTech. So again, the next option is the master's degree. So when we searched about the degree, something 4 years back, I got an opportunity to learn from university. They are providing MSc in environmental science. Since my course is a safety and fire, our environmental is an add-on to me. So I can jump into any field.
Very good.
Earlier we are having like is it audible?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Earlier safety is like avial. Avial in the sense that is a dish. South India, famous in South India. It's a mix of all the vegetables.
Yeah.
So what I mean, earlier safety has to do each and everything. Yes, take care of the waste management, reporting, hygiene, training. Everything is handled by one person. Now it has gone to the specialization. For example, in KOC, For coming in a project, we have the HSE manager, lead HSE engineer, HSE engineers, environmental engineers, industrial engineers, trainers, safety officers. There are each should be one, each person or the competency level of an environmental engineer is different than the safety engineer. So always, what I want to tell is always we have to update our skills or update our, like a doctor. First he did the MBBS, and he has to do the MD. Again, he has to do MD super specialization. So one doctor is always studying, keep on studying. It is a personal experience from one of my cousins who is who worked with the Air Force in internal medicine. So whenever he is okay, he's studying, he's having an exam. So and his kids are studying in engineering and working somewhere. So still he is studying. So like that in safety field also there are new technologies are came. So first of all, I want to guide them. I would like to suggest the foundation to guide the people to in which way we can able to do the higher studies. Like if somebody is in the P-Tech or degree level, he can go for masters. Okay, and after masters, there are options for R&D. Somebody is really interested in research. Only the diploma, he can do some engineering or graduate to BSc. What is the other options? And the other level that I found this one, the competency level of the person. How to improve the competency skill level of a person who is working for the working profession.
Thank you, Najas. I think the whole objective of our foundation is in line with your thinking, that the knowledge transfer sessions which we are doing is always to upgrade or update the skills, and of course your participation is highly appreciated in our knowledge transfer sessions. So we can always think in that direction. Thank you very much. Anything else you would like to share, Najas? We have one gentleman.
Thank you once again.
Thank you, Najas. Thank you. Sanjay Salonke, I think I know him. He's from the Sustainability WhatsApp group. I'm not sure he's the same Sanjay or different Sanjay, but would you like to share your views, Mr. Sanjay? Okay. Yeah. So we have a few more slides to share. If anybody has got any comments, we can have it. Otherwise, I would like to show the screen again and go back to the presentation on the concluding slides. Mr. Najas raised the hand continuously. So thank you for all the inputs which we have got it from different subject matter experts. We'll be sharing this particular expression of interest form so that we will listen from others, and we have some leads also from this session that we would like to continue the discussion with the Mr. Fani, as well as Professor Ramana and Mr. Lakshmi Narayan, as well as Mr. Muralidhara, to continue our discussion, of course, with Mr. Najas, who will be, shared his ideas how one persons can update their skills and their knowledge. So that's what we will continue from this particular call. Before we go ahead, we would like to thank all the donors of our particular foundations. This you see. These are the donors of the Bharat HSE Foundation, as well as we have the Global HSE Foundation. These are the donors. And Mr. Dakshinamurthy he has got one unique habit, I can say, as you see on the screen. Every birthday he shares with the foundation. So Mr. Dakshinamurthy is on the call. Would you like to share your insight on your habit, Mr. Dakshinamurthy?
Thank you, Ashok. This is not a practice. Actually, my inborn quality, we have to congratulate or happy to share with all the birthday peoples. in the manner I am also contributing the result. Nothing big on that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dakshinamurthy. Yeah.
That's a good habit we wanted to share with others also. So with that, I would like to continue. These are our functional committee members of the J&A Bharat HSE Foundation, as well as the governance body. On the bottom right, you see the advocate, Mr. Venkatachalam. He's from IIT Gandhinagar. He's the one who started he was the chief guest of our Bharat HSE Foundation on 25th March 2022. What do you mean by advocate means? So today you got a lot of knowledge or a lot of information about these foundations. When you interact with your people, with your clients, with your community, you can always share a word of mouth about these foundations, which our Professor Ramana is doing, or Madhu Guraji is doing, and Ram Prasad ji is doing. So that's what if we want to be the advocate of our foundations, we would like to use your expertise, use your connections. So we want you to be advocate of our foundation also. So that's one of the things we wanted to share. And before we conclude, I would like to listen from Mr. Jitu of the concluding remarks and how can we work together. Mr. Jitu?
Ashokji, you already showed the slides that our donors are the great support. Our philanthropic charitable organizations can only survive and sustain if we have good support, financial support, as well as knowledge support that some of you already exhibited. So our foundation plans to recognize individuals, organizations, corporations, and academic institutions that have made significant contributions in making a difference in advancing the field of health, safety, and environment. Monetary contribution is a true inspiration in preparing the next generation to effectively combat the problems that our tumultuous future holds. Donors will have the liberty to choose the name of the scholarship or academic accomplishment award that their money is going towards. We greatly appreciate your time and commitment to creating the future of HSE globally. Mr. Bala Shrikant in his chat box mentioned, how can we support or participate in this program? Many different ways, including knowledge sharing, as well as financial support. And financial support, which you just heard and seen some of the individuals making it, and that helps us to reach out to people who deserve the compliments or recognition. So with that, Ashokji, I would like to extend the vote of thanks on behalf of the foundation, that foundation, both the foundations are grateful to all the donors who you have shown in these slides. We are also extremely grateful to all our philanthropists for their generous donation to both the foundations, as mentioned in your presentation. Mr. Madhu Garuji, we cannot thank him enough for inspiring for this in-depth brainstorming session. We would have loved to see more people joining, but this is a good beginning and good discussion we held. And our sincerest appreciation to our honored fellow audience. I wouldn't use them as guests, but they are now part of the community, part of the foundation, for their presence and active participation in the discussion, making the meeting highly successful in deciding the path forward in how best we could serve our HSE community of all age and of all levels, who in turn could be of most value to corporate world locally, in the country of origin, and also globally. to support the mission of both the foundations. And in fact, we are happy to offer the platform as per the guidance developed by Ashok ji and shared with all of us. And it is not just limited online, but if we could organize, even though we are all in different countries, even in person, if there is a possibility of organizing, such as the CPR discussed in great length. The oncoming support of the governing body of both the foundations for the mission is also of immense value, and we really appreciate that too. Friends, we invite you all to take time to visit the foundation's website and complete the forms showing your willing interest to support the foundations for this noble cause mission toward a safer workplace and also safer community. Once again, thank you for sparing your valuable time, for making the event a great success, and together we will prevail and we will make the difference in our nations that we live in and we care for. And with that, Ashok ji, if you want to add something, please do, but make sure we take a good group picture of everybody together. Thank you.
Thank you, Jit Saab. I think with that, we would like to conclude our today's call. And unless anybody has got anything, we will.
Just a few words, Ashok ji.
Yeah.
I just wanted to remind that 22nd is the World Water Day. I think we should make use of it, and maybe with the help of Mr. Dakshinamurthy, on water conservation and wastewater management, maybe we can even have a session. We can invite everybody. And at the same time, if schools are functioning in Saudi and other parts, I think let's prepare a small activity list for the children between standards 8 to 10 or something like that, and give them. They do that and submit to their principals, and then choose the best of the three and then encourage them.
That's a good idea.
Excellent idea.
In fact, we have our next outreach transfer session on 22nd March on process safety management. We can have a small session on this also. Yes, we would like to invite subject matter experts to speak on the World Water Day as well. 10 minutes, that's enough. So,
definitely. That will really add value.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great idea. Great idea. Thank you, MBG. And with that, I would like to stop sharing as well as stop recording. Then we can have a networking discussion.